So in yesterday's morning prayer we had 1 Corinthians 9. This, at the end of the chapter, reflects Paul's thoughts on running the race. It's something that I was thinking that I would explore as I was beginning to look at my sabbatical. The thought that actually, how do we as Christians reflect on exercise as we go about our daily lives? Paul seems a little confused in his use of the metaphor here. He talks about the need for us to be working hard at our bodies, to be making sure that we are running the race correctly, that he uses words like punish and enslave to get our bodies to true fitness, that athletes themselves use self-control in all things. But ultimately, it's about winning the race. Paul suggests that we need to be trying to win the race, that it's about getting that garland. And he makes the distinction between the athletes of his time winning the garland that would be perishable, and those of us that are striving for the Christian faith, that our garland is imperishable when we win. The confusion, I think, for me is about the race itself. And I'm not sure that it's overly helpful in actually looking at exercise and what I'm doing in my sabbatical. Paul, I would say that God's love is for everybody, and that the grace that God has for each and every one of us is available to each and every one of us if we turn to him. That doesn't mean that we actually have to strive for it in the way that Paul talks about in this race metaphor, that the grace is there for everyone. So that imperishable garland is available to everyone. And it doesn't matter how we look after our bodies in that case, God's love will be there. But maybe I've misunderstood what Paul is trying to achieve in the metaphor. Before he actually speaks about this, he's talking about being or transforming himself so that he's actually speaking to everybody on their level. And maybe the understanding of the athletes in Corinth was a metaphor that they would completely be able to link with and understand. I think it's confusing. I'm still excited about exploring how we as Christians, or how we as human beings, use exercise in our daily life, and how that can help us with our spirituality. I've been skiing now for just over 2 weeks and missed only 2 days out on the slopes, one because of the weather and one for other reasons, but the exercise has been amazing and it's certainly helped me. I've been sleeping longer. In my 18 years of ministry, I mostly get 5 or 6 hours sleep a night. That's something that I'm used to. Occasionally, when on holiday, that stretches more like to 8 hours. But since being over here and since being skiing every day, I've been sleeping closer to 10, 11 hours a night. And maybe I'm just catching up on my sleep. So the exercise is helping me with that. I've cut down on things like alcohol, I'm not eating anything like as much bad things, so putting more good things into my body at the same time. Hopefully at the end of this experience I'll come out as a much healthier person. Hopefully I'll come out of this experience closer to God in a way that I truly hope that each and every one of us strives for every day.